Hello, welcome to Andy's Golf and Travel Diary here in Puerto Rico with a very special man I met 3 years ago, Bobby Holonsky, the Dancing Gringo, quite the golf professional, Mr. Golf here in Puerto Rico.
Alias the Dancing Gringo, huh?
The Dancing Gringo,
Yeah.
that is you, correct?
Sounds like I like to dance.
Now we're out here early in the week at the 2014 Puerto Rico Open presented by SeePuertoRico.com. You've seen a lot of Puerto Rico. What is the essence of golf in Puerto Rico these days?
It's called paradise. Golf in paradise. I don't know where else you would want to be, especially with the weather going the way it is this year. So that's why we're here.
Well, I know you're intimately involved in golf, especially junior golf, a lot of the young kids coming up. Do you have some time to answer a few questions?
Sure.
So Bobby, tell me a little bit about your background. Where were you born and how did you come to the game of golf?
Born in Springfield, Massachusetts. Got involved with game of golf as a result of an uncle, someone I cherish, and I was 14 years old. The game attracted me in such a way that I left the other sports and pursued golf. As a result of that, eventually got into the golf business and have been since.
Now the weather is a little nicer here in early March than back in Springfield, Massachusetts. How did you actually come to the island of Puerto Rico?
As a result of a partnership in the States with a director of golf here in Puerto Rico, I was asked to come down and as a result of an opportunity I had to teach on the LPGA Tour, and not having the ability to foresee that because of an incident, we came to Puerto Rico and slowly moved into a full-time position.
Class A member, lifetime member of the PGA of America?
Yeah, I've had both titles, and obviously I've been involved with the teaching aspect and most the time with the title of golf instructor and director of golf instructions at the golf course of Palmas del Mar.
Now tell me a little bit about your approach to new students. How do you get the game of golf into their mind and into their bodies?
Well, I first sympathize with the fact that they're playing the most challenging sport there is, and then I also lean in the direction to make it as simple as possible. I believe golf has one big criteria that people have to understand, and it's a point of view. It's not a game of hitting a ball, it's a game of swinging the club. Most people use that terminology with the feeling that it's important that they do it. It actually is very detrimental to their ability to perform. So it's learning to swing the club. And I have been fortunate to study pretty much throughout the world with some of the greatest. One of my mentors was the greatest in the world, and his name is Jimmy Nichols. He was famous for the fact that he was the only player that he played the tour with one arm, because he only had one arm through an accident. And needless to say, I learned a lot from him, as many other mentors that I've had along the way. I'm very grateful for the journey that I've experienced.
Now you've been part of the Puerto Rico golfing golfing community for quite some time, and the island chapter. But tell me a little bit about the junior golfers that you've worked with over the years and the current folks you are working with.
I was sharing that today as a result of having an opportunity to work with youngsters as early as 2.5, believe it or not. I've had the opportunity of watching them grow up, and the bond that we have and the relationship is priceless. And it's something that I cherish, because I've had the opportunity to have had some successful players, one of which participated in the tournament this year. And his name is Max Alverio. And I have a youngster sitting over there, 12 years old, that's going to be here very shortly.
And what is his name?
His name is Melvin Morales, and he just turned 13 last Sunday, and he definitely has the talent to be here. So
now we're here on a Sunday of a PGA Tour event. Winning an event like this can change a golfer's career. When you come as a golf instructor, how do you view, what do you look for? How are you watching this tournament here in person?
I'm actually in critiquing the players and their mannerisms and things that they do, and always learning. It's an ongoing event of learning golf, watching them closely as I do, and picking up certain aspects of their mannerism primarily. You know, swings are unique; they're all different, but it's just the way they approach the game that is sometimes something that we can pick from and use for other players. So we're fortunate to be able to say that we have another local player just finished earlier today at 9 under par. I spoke with him earlier this week on Wednesday, and I told him that I felt the way I did, that he's one of the most talented I've seen here in Puerto Rico, and needless to say, he proved it today, playing with John Daly, as a matter of fact. So it's really been a thrill to see that performance for all of us.
You're speaking of Rafael Campos.
Rafael Campos, for sure. Yeah, great guy, great golf game.
Now, I've been to your home. Not only are you an ardent student of the game, but you're also somewhat of a collector. Mm-hmm. In your collection over the years, what is your most prized piece of memorabilia?
I don't put it in a perspective of prize as much as I do look at tradition, and I look at the clubs that I have there that were used back in Bobby Jones' day, and I just mesmerized on the fact that this was the equipment that they used to shoot the kind of scores they played with. The stuff that we have today is high tech. It's so pretty. I just got a new driver. I want to sleep with it. It's so pretty. But some of those other clubs that I have at the house that were used back in that era of wooden shafts and all, it's really amazing to know that they could play that good with that kind of equipment, and also the conditions they also played with. So I admire that part of the game, and I'm a traditionalist for that reason.
Now, you've told me countless stories of golf on the mainland. Also, Shell's Wonderful World of Golf competed here on the island. In your view, what's your most treasured or cherished golfing memory?
Truthfully, as you mentioned, Shell's Wonderful World of Golf, where we had famous Chichi Rodriguez here from Puerto Rico playing Lee Trevino. I don't think you could pick two better individuals to watch play golf and enjoy their company as I was able to do. And that stands out for sure. And it also shows respect for the golf course that they played, which is the Palmas del Mar golf course. So yeah, that is special. We've had quite a few different types of large events, but that one for me personally, because of my participation in it, is something that I enjoy very much.
Well, Bobby, thank you so much for making this visit, and the first one to Puerto Rico, so special for me. And thank you for being part of Andy's Golf and Travel Diary today.
Well, I'm glad to be here for sure, and as always, and as we met 3 years ago, we'll continue to say hello for sure. Thank you.